believe we can get them done. And one of the biggest ones was, as Dave told you, was to make a television show. You know, Duncan and I, being brothers, had grown up our whole lives making skateboard movies and snowboard movies, these amazing wizard movies that, like, you would just probably the worst wizard movies ever made. I wish I had a clip, but no. And we, you know, dreamed of making a show, so we started putting videos on YouTube, and by some miracle, we got contacted by MTV, and they said, guys, would you be interested in making a TV show? And they flew us out to New York. We went to where they filmed TRL, and we met all their executives in this big room in New York City. And they said, you know, do you guys want to make a show? And we're like, well, yeah, but we don't want to make The Hills because that show sucks. You know, would you be down to do something else? And to their credit, they said yes. And we made a deal with them that we were going to make our show. And so we were going to be the executive producers and the directors and the creators of our own show. And this was the spring of 2009, they let us, you know, start filming. And the very first thing that we were going to go after was a lifelong dream of someone. I think I'll probably let him tell the story here. This is, well, yeah, I'll let you tell this one.
So they were like, what's your first show going to be? And we were like, well, we want to crash the Playboy Mansion. Growing up, Hugh Hefner was my biggest idol. Every chance I got, I would be walking around my house in like a zebra robe and a little cobble pipe. My mom was like, man, you are a weird kid. And I was like, lay off, babes. So, they're like, how are you going to do this? We're like, well, we're going to dress up like Oompa Loompas, we're going to hide in a cake, deliver it, they're going to accept it, and we're going to party. And they're like, that sounds pretty cool, you should do that. And we're like, we like you on TV. So that's what we did. Johnny and I dressed up like Oompa Loompas. We got into the bottom of a huge prop cake.
Dave actually did put his wig on backwards, so he kind of looks like Bon Jovi.
For whatever reason, Johnny looks like Clarence. But we got into the bottom of this prop cake. Duncan delivered it to the back door. Security accepted it, and then we waited in that cake for 6 hours. And security was coming up and like knocking on it, being like, is this a joke? Are there people in there? And we're kind of like, oh. Johnny's lactose intolerant and ate pizza for dinner that night. It was a cool 6 hours. But at 12 o'clock, we popped out of the top and we went and did it up. Security thought that we were working the party, so they just kind of let us do whatever we wanted. And everyone else thought that we were working the party as well until they'd come up and talk to us and be like, ah, sorry. And they'd be like, it's weird.
Dave actually managed somehow to make out with a playmate. And we were making out and stopped and she had Oompa Loompa makeup.
The worst part about that story is she actually took me and she's like, come meet my friends. And we got to her friends and our friends were like, oh my god, you had too much to drink, we're leaving. And I was like, come. So after doing Cannonballs in the Grotto, we took our tapes and we went and we left and no one even knew that we filmed anything in there. And about a month later, we were putting together this episode and we were like, you know what, we should probably tell Playboy that we shot our season premiere in their house. So we called up Playboy PR and we're like, hey guys, we shot this episode. I hope that's cool. Can we air it? And they're like, well, if you air it, we're going to charge all 4 of you for breaking and entering, and we're going to sue all 4 of you and go after MTV as well. And we're like, not a good look for the 4 Canadians. So we were like, put our thinking caps on, and we got the email to the vice president of Playboy. We sent him an email, and he replied back, oh hey, I've talked to the PR, we know about you guys. If you air the episode, we're going to sue you, we're going to charge you, yada yada yada. And we're like, shit, this is the greatest story that I've ever woken up and told one of my friends. And I have this all on videotape and I'm not going to be able to show anyone. So we did what anyone would do. We wrote a handwritten letter to Hugh Hefner and attached the episode. And about a week later, we got a message back saying, you boys can air the episode, but just know, I'm not very happy with you. And And I always thought that crashing the Playboy Mansion was my dream, but getting scolded by Hugh Hefner was very, very good moment in my life. After that, we were like, gosh, you know, if we need to go after the hardest things, like we really need to prove that anything is possible. MTV's not helping with us with any of these goals. So if 4 regular guys can drive their purple news bus into DC and play basketball with the president, that's achieving something. So that's what we did.
We actually thought, we're like, I wonder if the cake would work at the White House. Bleeding and
So we rolled up into DC and just started asking people in the street, like, you know the president? And everyone was like, no, what are you talking about? And they're like, you need to get a hold of Reggie Love though, because that's his right-hand man, that's who he plays basketball with. So we emailed every senator, secretary, anyone that had ever interviewed either Obama or Reggie Love, and just tried to set up all these meetings. And we ended up getting Reggie Love's email from an ESPN reporter that, don't tell anyone that, I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever.
I'll have him killed.
It's all good. And we emailed Reggie Love and we were like, you know, we're doing this project. We would absolutely love to be able to come and have the chance to play a basketball game. And he emailed us back and said, you know what, that sounds kind of cool. Let me run it past the press team and maybe we can make it happen. And about 2 weeks later, we got a message back and said, hey, sorry, I ran it to the press team. It's not going to happen. We can't do anything with MTV. We can't do anything with you. You know, sorry. And we were so gutted. Because this was like our Everest. Like, this is what we really wanted to do to prove that anything was possible. And that's why we left the episode, if you've seen the episode, to be continued. Because there was no way we were going to give up on it. And it was around that time that we got the opportunity to do the second season. And we were like, we're going to do the second season, we need to step it up again. And what a better way to step it up than taking your clothes off and running naked through a packed stadium. And that's what we did.
Best episode ever.
Yeah, someone. Ready? And when I come back, I need everyone to be right here. Yeah.
The list item was to streak and get away with it. We wanted to be the first people to get away with it. That did not happen.
Little side story, when all those people tackled me, I felt these two hands kind of like break my ankle. I was like, oh my goodness, like I thought this like was a crazy cop or security guy, and I looked behind me and I swear it was this like an angry father out of the stand. We went to jail and we spent the night in jail that night. And there was like a group of drug dealers that had been arrested for saying selling us. We were all in jumpsuits because we had no clothes, so we looked way crazier than that. And then immediately tried to start a gang with him.